Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. Thanks so much for joining us on this exciting voyage of discovery on Agile transformation best practices. My name is Bill Hocking. I'm your host today with Radis Software, and I'm responsible for building partnerships with small to medium to large services and software firms globally. For those of you who are not familiar with Radis Software, we're a Washington, D.C. based IT, Agile, and Scaled Agile services and software firm. We're also the creator of a unique Scaled Agile acceleration platform that we proudly call Metronome-Orchestrated Agile. And speaking of SAFE, the Scaled Agile organization itself, we've been partnering with them for over 3 years, and we've been both a gold and silver transformation service as well as platform partner, and have successfully led several large SAFE implementations with both federal, public sector, and nonprofit organizations. To simplify and enhance our ability to lead these SAFE implementations with our Scaled Agile Framework customers, we created Metronome, which is the world's first cloud-enabled Scaled Agile orchestration platform that's been built from the ground up to support our public sector and commercial customers' journeys to realize the benefits of true business agility. For those of you who missed our first vlog, these vlog sessions are designed to be exciting ways to learn more about the problems that today's businesses face and how to overcome them. In the last vlog that we did, our problem that we tried to solve was, can the concepts and practices of business agility and mission agility be successfully adopted beyond the actual IT shops themselves to other parts of the organization? And if they can, what's required to support these other organizations within the firm? We also demonstrated how Metronome could assist agencies and customers in showing how this could actually be accomplished. And we featured some testimonials from one of our large global financial services firms who's actually using Metronome and highlighted how they leverage it to expand the business agility and the value footprint from their large credit portfolio customers. So what do leaders need today is the following. They need the ability to visualize and track mission and business end-to-end flow of value with their customers. They need the ability to quickly collect metrics that show end-to-end business value in order to drive evidence-based decision-making. They also need the ability to visually see business value and the flow of value as it works its way through the system. In other words, they need to be able to visualize value as it flows through the planning process. So how do business leaders do this today? Well, the answer is really very simple. They use technology. They use collaboration tools that support local and distributed development. They use tools that provide end-to-end visualization of what value is actually being produced. So in today's vlog, we're going to answer a couple of questions. We're going to highlight the challenges that public sector and commercial organizations have with being able to visualize flow of value. And we're actually going to showcase how Metronome can actually help customers create mechanisms to actually show it and measure its impact. And we're also going to hear some perspectives from one of our partners as to what's going on in his world. His name is Carl Benbow. He's the CEO and founder of a rapidly growing Agile and Scaled Agile services business called Synergistic Agility, and it's based in the greater Baltimore area. What you just saw was Scaled Agile Framework's big picture. So we're going to turn this over to Carl. Carl, come over and join me, please. Carl is going to highlight some of the challenges that he has seen with his customers in being able to realize and visualize the flow of business value. And then he's also going to offer some perspectives of how technology, in this case, our tool, Metronome-Orchestrated Agile, is actually helping customers overcome this issue and being able to create best practices on how to visualize flow of value. So Carl, I'm going to go ahead and add you to our conversation. Welcome. Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you too, Bill.
Fantastic. So, Carl, let's ask a basic question to share with our audience today. Why is it so tough for our customers, for your customers, to be able to visualize the flow of business value?
Thank you, Bill.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I will highlight what these challenges are in 3 buckets. The ability for an organization to effectively visualize the flow of value requires success in being able to show the value along 3 gradients: continuous exploration, continuous integration, and continuous deployment. Let's start with continuous exploration. So at the beginning of the feature lifecycle, features need to be vetted and analyzed before they go into the program backlog. Most organizations have this crucial step baked into their processes to ensure that they are building the right things at the right time. But the challenge is that there is no structured way to capture feature hypothesis and benefits. Other tools that my customers are using are not engineered with safe or even generic scaled agile in mind.
We know that.
And the results are organizations have to build processes with a lot of overhead to ensure that critical procedures are being followed. Here's a second challenge. Organizations do not have a centralized location to see the vision for the next program increment, and often have to look at the data created within multiple tools to get a unified view of the program. And this includes the vision. So visualizing flow relies on rapid ability to see the program vision, as it is the crucial output of the continuous exploration process for the next program increment. The second is continuous integration. Here's where not being able to visualize the flow of value creates a lot of challenges for the program. Before we can begin to build the features, we have to conduct a big room planning session with our teams. In order for the teams to create starter stories before PI planning, the teams have to be able to share and expose those features. The challenge here is there does not exist within most tools an organized way to link stories to the features. This often creates a backlog of orphan stories that have to be linked later, which creates a lot of extra work and risks. Moreover, in most existing agile management tools, features are not considered as a work type. The challenge here is that these tools typically don't follow the traditional epic feature story hierarchy. This creates challenges because it doesn't align to the traditional safe structure. So oftentimes teams have to repurpose the epics as features, which creates the notorious feature epics. But doing this creates a lot of confusion, and it's hard to track. So we're unable to effectively pull this data onto a dashboard because it would always be in conflict with real epics versus feature epics. So again, this creates a lot of challenges. Big room planning is one of the most important events, but effective big room planning is difficult due to the disparate nature of tools used to enable this event.
Definitely.
The challenge here is that teams have to expend a lot of time and man hours to pull data from multiple sources to try to plan efficiently. And to make it worse, the majority of these tools are not integrated in any way.
Absolutely not.
So planning was a challenge in person, but we were able to get by because the program leadership team had committed to doing activities before and after PI plan. This includes reposting the program board and all the other activities that you have to do to ensure that all the information at PI planning is populated in a centralized location. However, in a remote environment, this issue has increased because we can't be in person. Programs are using the patchwork tools, program management, planning, and storing artifacts, which again are not integrated. The current planning process in a remote environment negates Agile Manifesto, individual interaction with processing tools, because the more tools you use, the less you are able to have the individuals and interactions. As stories are completed, we want and need to be able to track features that are ready to be validated on the staging environment for the demo. The challenge here is that organizations do not have a tight linkage of stories to the features to know when a feature is ready to be moved on the Kanban board into the staging environment. This decreases the Agile release train's overall velocity. All right, let's talk about continuous deployment. Once features have been validated in the staging and approved, they are moved into production, where they are verified and monitored to make sure they are working properly. The challenge here is that organizations don't have a way to track this process because the steps needed to link stories to features in the beginning of the Kanban were not established. In addition, customers often do not have the maturity with SAFe or with tools to build a Kanban board. Lastly, let's briefly talk about release velocity. Tools today do not have established processes that make it easy and quick for customers to track and store release activities and clearly articulate the release management process. In summary, I see a tool such as Metronome helping my customers and others solve the challenges that I just shared in the following way. First, Metronome Kanban board helps organizations visualize the flow of value through the continuous delivery pipeline. Second, Metronome stores program artifacts and metrics, which consolidates the tools needed to conduct safe in person or remotely.
Definitely does.
Third, Metronome easily links features to stories for teams and team level alignment with the program, which seamlessly tracks value creation for the entire program. Fourth, Metronome aligns vision backlog features for the entire program and easily adds features to the upcoming program increment and forecasts future feature delivery of the program increments. Fifth, Metronome allows teams to conduct PI planning remotely and constructs the program board for dependency management. Moreover, team level stories are instantly added to the team level backlogs.
Yes, it is. And we're very proud of everything you just shared. So thank you very much, Carl. Well, Raj, that was fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you, Carl. I hope you all are as excited as we are about the impact that Metronome can have on your organizations. As you can see from the slide here, you have all our contact information. We strongly encourage you to follow up with us if you have any interest whatsoever in Metronome. Visit radistech.io and you'll learn a lot over and above what you learned today. You can see Carl's information as well. We strongly endorse and support Carl in his role as a business advisor, coach, and trainer extraordinaire that is helping customers in the DC area accelerate their abilities to realize the benefits of business agility. So we want to thank you all again for joining. We hope that you all stay safe, take care of each other, and take care of yourselves. Thank you, and have a great week.